Okay, I assume that you have set up your project as described in the previous tutorial. So we will go back to the editor. When the file was being converted, we also analyzed it to extract the sequences. A sequence is a set of consecutive frames. In the sequence panel here, you can select all of the sequences. And as this is a really small movie, we only have one sequence, this one. So just select it in the select box. Okay. Oh, first of all, you can move the image around by dragging with the left button of your mouse like this. So let's center the video, it will be easier. Now we can create our object. In the object panel, in this sequence, click on Add. And we will identify Big Bug Bunny. And Big Bug Bunny is the name of this movie by Blender, by the way. Okay. Now we need to define the points that will draw the shape. We always have to define the points in a clockwise way like this. For this specific shape, we will just use 2 points. So place them using the middle button of your mouse, one here, and close the path by clicking again on the first point. Good. So the shape is made by points linked together by Bezier curves. These are the points. This is the Bezier curve, and these are the control points, there, and there. And these control points, the points define how the curve looks like. So you can adjust how it looks like here, here. Okay. In this project, we will not display the outline of the object. We just want to know when the user clicks in a specific area, and this area will be inside this big circle. Okay, so let's adjust it correctly like this. Okay, so let's play the movie a bit. Press the space key of your keyboard to play and pause. We can also use the mouse wheel or the left and right keys of the keyboard to navigate between frames. Okay, the rabbit on the video is moving a bit. So let's move our shape as well. To do that, we can just select one of the points of the shape by clicking with the middle button of your mouse, then hold the Alt key of your keyboard and drag your mouse. You can also just move the points independently like this. Okay. Nice, so our shape has been defined at 2 different frames. Well, actually, let's adjust it a bit more. Okay. It has been defined at 2 different frames. This one, so the frame 66, and the first one here. You can see on the time bar that these frames are defined in red. They are in red because the points which are currently selected have a position defined for these frames. So the point which is currently selected is this one. So it has a position defined on frame 0, it is in red here. And it has a position defined on frame 66 here. And between these 2 positions, the coordinates of the point are automatically calculated. So there is no need to define a specific position at every frame. An interesting trick is to define the position of the shape on the last frame, so that we can see when we need to adjust the position in between. So the rabbit is disappearing on this frame. Let's move the whole shape here. And then on the next frame, just deactivate the object. So then when we're gonna play it, up, it's gonna be deactivated here. It's not gonna be displayed anymore. Let's go back to where we defined our previous position. To do that, select a point and hold the Control key of your keyboard and press the left arrow. This is how you do to navigate between positions of point. So let's see. Now just play the movie and adjust the shape to follow the moves of the rabbit. It's not moving until basically this position here. Let's adjust the shape here. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks good enough. So let's go back to our project and deploy the changes. These changes usually take from 2 to 10 minutes to be refreshed on the cloud. After that time, go to the website. So we were on dev.ivotek.com, refresh the page, and see how it looks. Okay, we have our shape here. That's cool. But we do not want this shape to be displayed. So let's configure the JavaScript inside the file. We are here. Okay. The ID here is the only parameter that is mandatory, that is required. But we can configure a lot of other parameters that you can find in the JavaScript API reference in the resources section of IVOTek.com. Everything that is here, you can configure it. So we do not want to have the outline on over. Let's just say that display outline on over will be false. Okay. We also want to loop when the video reaches the end. So let's say that loop is true too. And what we want to do also is to know when the user clicks on the rabbit. So onClick is gonna be a function which has a parameter which is object name. And so we're not gonna show anything fancy here. You can plug in any JavaScript libraries that you wish, but we will just say that you clicked on object name and that's it. And we should be good. So save a file, then upload it back to the FTP, then go back to dev.ivotek.com tutorial 1. Okay, it's not displayed anymore, but you can see that the mouse is becoming a hand when you are on the object. So you can click on it and now, oh, you clicked on Big Bug Bunny. So this is cool. We can click on our object. But how can the user know that he can click on him? Well, just have a look at the next tutorial where we will add dynamic label on it.